So, today is July 7th, 2025. This is a Monday, and this was today's setup, and this is today's trade breakdown, right? So, right now, I'm in Nasdaq, and basically, this is how it went down today. I woke up, first thing I saw was this little demand setup right here that was formed. I saw price came up, came down, still has some gaps to fill in over here. I saw this 3MA break that happened right here, but I didn't take that trade because honestly it was still super early. It was before 8 a.m. And basically I decided to wait. I decided to just wait and see if price was going to come down, hit this demand setup and bounce off of it, or create a new demand or supply setup. Mainly looking for a demand setup just because 3MAs are underneath, so we expect them for price to continue pushing up. And that's what we did. So we just waited for a better, cleaner, crystal clear setup, which was a demand setup, was what I was looking for, mainly for buys on Nasdaq, right? So here I saw price coming down and created this other 3MA break. And if you see my course, you know that we also trade 3MA breaks. So when price usually breaks the 3MA and everything is aligned and it fits with price action, we'll usually be taking these type of trades for buys, right? And mainly just catching one-to-ones. But I did not do that. I waited specifically for a demand setup. And then we just waited. Boom. Right here I saw, okay, price broke structure, which just broke this recent high. We got a big bullish candle right here. And we also have a little gap right here. So right here I drew another demand setup, demand zone, that price could potentially come back down to, reject from, and continue the trend. So we just waited for price to come back down and reject off either this zone or this zone. But this zone could have been a little bit unvalid just because we got this little low. And if that little low was broken, then it could be indicating that price is now switching trends and is now downtrending because it's breaking structure. So we just waited. Right, price hit our zone right here. Boom. Give us a nice rejection. I saw the next candle open, printed, and gave us a nice rejection too. So right here, right off the back, I'm looking for buys, the next break of candle. So the next candle that breaks right here, I'm looking for buys and looking to cash a 2-to-1, which is, I'm risking basically $10 to make $20 in a sense. Then we gotta break a candle. Boom. The candle broke the high, I got in, and that same candle literally faked us out. Came all the way down, deeper into the zone, hit my stop loss, and that was it. That was literally it. It was a losing day, even though we had a perfect setup. We had all the confirmations, everything was aligned. And that just comes to show you that it doesn't matter if the setup is perfect, all the confirmations are there, price is still going to do whatever it wants, and anything can happen. So even though that everything was there, we had nice rejections of the demand zone. Price was pushing up bullish. We have a breaker structure. 3MAs are underneath. Everything is aligned. It was still a losing trade. And after that, price just kept tanking. Basically for the day. It just kept tanking. And this was the start of the week. Basically. It was a pretty beautiful setup, but it didn't go our way, so we just accepted it, called it a day, and we're gonna come back tomorrow and see what we find again tomorrow. If we find any good setups to then take it and hopefully capitalize off of it and make some money, right? So on this setup, I basically lost $500, but even though for the month we still up $762 for the month, so that's valid. On the first week of the Let me see, can I show you? Well, on the first week of the month, we had one losing day, and then we had 2 winning days. I normally don't trade Fridays, so I'm not gonna be trading Fridays. Then we had a $700 win, another $700 win, plus this loss, and we was up for the month 1,000, 1,200, and now we had this loss on Monday of the following week, and now we're back down to 700. So that's cool. You know, Price did his thing. I follow my rules. I did what I had to do, and now we'll see what happens for Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We got 3 more days to find good setups, make back this loss and this loss, and hopefully be more in profit for the month. But the key is just follow your strategy, follow your rules, stick to your risk for your daily risk for the day. And if you do that, our overall amount of trades, you should still be in profit, because you're not going to lose every day, but you're also not going to win every day. But if you do it right and you have your right risk to reward and you follow that risk management, the daily risk limit for the day, at the end of the overall month, you should still be in profit if it's a good month. Because last month, price was just moving crazy due to like the war of the Middle East and all that going on in 2025. If you know, you know. And yeah, let's see what this week has to offer. Let's run it up, and hopefully tomorrow we catch a nice win and make this back and continue from there. And that was today's breakdown. Follow for more. Comment, like, subscribe. Yeah, we'll see you in the next video.